My name is Stephen Stallard, and I'm the church planter and pastor of Mosaic Baptist Church here in Brooklyn. 6 months ago, I, along with my wife Sonia and my daughter Malia, moved to Brooklyn because we knew that God had called us to be part of a church planting movement here in the greatest city on earth. You know, Brooklyn is frequently overlooked by people who focus on the glitz and the glamour of Manhattan. But Brooklyn is rising, taking its place on the world scene as a strategic global city. It is a city of immigrants with 2.5 million people drawn from all over the world. You can see that simply by taking a quick stroll through my neighborhood of Crown Heights in north central Brooklyn. There are people there from Asia, people from Africa, people from the Caribbean, people from Europe, people from all over the continental United States. Brooklyn is a city of immigrants, and because it is, we have a strategic opportunity to fulfill the Great Commission. Jesus said that the mission of the church is to make disciples of all nations. But God in His providence has brought all the nations right here to Brooklyn. Brooklyn is also a strategic city because this is where the culture makers are living. Whether it's the athletes or the artists or Brooklyn's very own power couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce, who are shaping a worldwide culture by exporting their worldview around the world via the medium of hip-hop. We have a strategic opportunity to influence the influencers, to shape a worldwide culture by reaching these people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So here in Mosaic, we are excited about the opportunity to be a church for all nations. We believe that it's only the gospel that can break down the barriers that separate various cultures. We believe that it's only in Jesus that we can experience unity, even in the midst of our incredible diversity. That's why we're excited that in the 6 months that we've been here, God has given us a growing church of 13 people. 13 people drawn from 7 different cultures around the world. First-generation immigrants, second-generation immigrants, lifelong Brooklynites. God has given us a mosaic, and we're excited that He is giving us a church for all nations. He's given us a church that is committed to disciple making. And we want to be a church that is committed to church planting. We want to plant a church every 5 years. This means that by year 3 of our church planting venture, that we will have identified who the next church planter is, so that at the end of year 5, we will have planted 2 churches. At the end of 10 years, that there will be 4 churches right here in New York City. We believe that God is up to something special, and we want to be part of a disciple-making and church planting strategy here in the greatest city on earth. You might be wondering, how can I help? Well, we are asking people to invest seed money in our ministry to help us build a bridge to Brooklyn so that we can bring greater gospel awareness and greater gospel access to the most strategic city on earth. We're right here on the Brooklyn Bridge, and we like to think of it in terms of decking investors, cable investors, and tower investors. The Brooklyn Bridge is comprised of decking, cables, and 4 famous towers. So a cable investor is someone who will say, you know what, I will pledge $10 to $50 a month for 3 to 5 years to help you reach your goal of planting a church planting church in Brooklyn. A decking investor is someone who will pledge $50 to $250 a month. They will get behind us, they will back us. And then a tower investor is someone, maybe it's a church or a business or maybe an individual, who will say, I will pledge a one-time gift of $10,000. We want you to know that we're not asking you to support us because we believe that we're worthy of your investment. Instead, we're asking you to partner with us because we believe that the mission is worthy of our lives. My family and I have committed our lives for the sake of the gospel right here in Brooklyn, and we're asking you to partner with us so that we can bring greater gospel awareness, greater gospel access to New York City. We ask you to join us for the sake of the gospel, for the sake of the nations, and for the city. And together, we'll see what God will do.